Terminus is a hard map, and let me tell you guys why. Today, I'm going to be diving into Terminus a little bit deeper and explain to you guys why I think this map specifically is hard compared to Liberty Falls and just in general. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and drop a sub to the channel. We are super close to 3K, only about 20 subs away, so that would be super cool if we could get that. I can't believe we're almost there. But anyways, enough yapping, let's get straight into the video. I know people are already thinking, I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's fine. But take it from someone who's been playing zombies for close to 15 years. This map is just difficult. And this isn't to compare it to previous games or maps. This is going to be strictly through the lens of Black Ops 6. So if you want to compare it to any of the old games, old maps or whatever, you can, but I am not. Now, I have almost 3 days of playtime and I'm almost Prestige 4, and I have some pretty good experience in this map. So let me tell you, getting past round 50 to 60 is hard, especially on multiplayer with your friends. The strategy of camping with your friends or even solo has been rendered basically obsolete due to a couple issues with the map. For starters, there's really no camping spots to begin with on Terminus. The best place I can find is maybe the research lab that opens up with the little Easter egg next to Juggernog, and even then, the spawns are booty cheeks. The weapons don't really allow for you to be able to camp. The weapons fall off pretty hard past 35 to 40, and that includes most wonder weapons. The Beam Smasher is so mid, and the only good quality is the secondary ability to slow the zombies momentarily, but outside of that, it is not really that good. The Beam Smasher, kinda disappointing. The ray gun, it gets to the point where killing isn't an easy task with it, but that's not entirely unheard of. As we all know, the ray gun has never been known to be that OP, that crazy of a wonder weapon, but it definitely falls off pretty quick in this game as well. And lastly, the amount of super sprinters and manglers is not real. And I mean, that is kind of what's gonna lead us here into our main issue with it being a hard map, all right? But I'll touch back up on that later. There's some other things I want to discuss first. With camping being dead, your only real option is to train. That automatically makes the skill gap higher for players who have just started, or players may not be past the casual phase. Maybe they're not die-hard zombie fans. They can like do little they can do little bits of training. However, I think the training that you need in this game, like the training that you need to be able to do in this game, is a lot higher than in previous other games. Now, I know for most players that shouldn't be a problem. However, the training spots really aren't any better, and traps, of all things, don't make it any easier. I wish the traps in this game were slightly better, particularly Terminus. I do like the Aether Cannon, but it's really not that good in all honesty, and the Tentacle Trap is pretty good. It's a smaller trap. It's not one of those high round strategy maps. The recharge is pretty fast, but if you wanted to effectively use that trap strategy, it would probably be very grueling and very hard, and there are easier ways to go high round than that. I know the crowd of people already are screaming skill issue, and that's fine, and maybe it is. My highest round personally on Terminus is 60 with me, my brother, and his friend, and you want to know how he did that? Spamming score streaks and running around almost empty-handed, trying not to die, while picking up equipment and spamming it as much as we can. That's really all we can do. Spam equipment and score streaks, which is kind of the new normal now, isn't it? Most people who I've seen do high rounds did one of two things. They either spammed mutant injection and chopper gunners in a nice little spot, which is kind of the new normal. I mean, that's really the new normal. Like I was saying, picking up equipment, spamming score streaks, especially with how OP mutant injection is. And I don't blame you. It is OP. It is really good. Now, it is expensive, and they really have nerfed it to make it to where you get them less and less as the later rounds progress. However, it's still really good, really easy, really the best method, I still think, for high rounds. Or two, they did a God mode glitch, which is whatever. Whatever. I know what kind of zombie player you are if you're doing a God mode glitch for a high round or just to play in general. Never do I hear, yeah, I did this unique strat or I did this strat. Maybe that's the way the game is supposed to be now, but I can't imagine that's what they wanted when they released it. Just people spamming chopper gunners. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not, I don't know. Now, double backing around, let's talk about the manglers and elite spawns again, because my goodness, it is absolutely absurd. Why do so many spawn after round 30 and 40? It's just why? It makes no sense. It literally makes the game so much harder than it needs to be. Again, the skill issuers are saying I'm bad, and that's fine, but I think majority of people can agree it is just outrageous in this year's game. And they get so tanky and become bullet sponges for any weapon, which would be okay, but they just spawn so many, it's not really that fun. You pair that with super sprinters, and yeah, buddy, you're cooked. Okay, why do you think camping is why do you guys think camping casually is so hard? Even if they had a spot for you to camp, like the catwalk, for instance, it would still be basically impossible in today's game. Now, I know I'm harping kind of a lot on the camping subject, but I just wish that wasn't the case, because I think camping with friends is a lot of fun, but it is what it is. Lastly, overall, the layout of the map is good and I do enjoy it, but with that being said, it is massive. The map is really huge, and you can travel traversely through little islands on a boat and little zip lines and stuff like that. Like, it is big map. Wonderfizz spawning on the shipwreck is like, okay, I get it, but at the same time, I do not want to get on a boat, drive there, drive back, just for Wonderfizz, okay? And I know people are saying I don't need Wonderfizz. That's why there's gums. Just go to the perk machines. And yeah, but Wonderfizz is very nice, very convenient, very good for getting all your perks. So does it make sense that something that convenient is that far away? Well, yes and no. It kind of makes it not really convenient anymore, because at that point you could just run around the map. Is it safer maybe to go and get Wonderfizz on a boat? I don't know. I have a pretty good feel for the map, and I kind of have a good strategy when it comes to getting my perks back, so it's not too terribly hard, but just something like that just makes it a little bit harder, I think, than it needs to be. But I understand utilizing the map that you have. You don't want to put everything in the main portion of the map. That wouldn't make sense. You have these other islands outstretched. You have the boat. You want to have a reason to use it and be at these places. So I think it actually gives it a reason. So I don't really hate it. I just think when it comes to the hardness of the map, it does make it a little bit harder for most, I would say. Now look, I'm not asking for the map to be easy. I personally think it could be easier, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Is it too easy? Is it too hard? Did I cook? You know what I'm saying? Did I cook? Or what? But I think that's going to be it for this video. Is Terminus too hard? You guys let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be seeing you all in my next video, where I will be going over the best augments for all your perks, so you don't want to miss that.